What's up, everybody? I just have to tell you something, and as a guy, you might be able to relate to this. Let me close the door here. Anyway, as a man, we understand, especially a black man, you understand that if you're moving in a good direction, but you're not where you want to be yet, you understand that you still may seek advice about things, but at the same time, you still have a great sense of self because you know you're moving in a good direction. You know you ain't that stereotype that a lot of victim minded women like to put upon you, especially in the black community. You're not that type of man. But there comes a time where we understand as black men, we have to stop seeking guidance and advice from black women, whatsoever, whatever form. We just have to, because if you do, I'm saying you have to be very, very smart about who gives you advice. And let's be honest, man. There's not a lot of fair and balanced black women out here today in black America. They speak through their own experiences, of course, and that's not a good thing for when it's giving advice, because I know we all speak through our own experiences. I'm saying a lot of them don't know how to pull apart giving that advice versus pushing their own victimhood upon you. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, we have to stop seeking advice because I understand that, yeah, we've all been hurt. We all have been through this. And I, as a person, have tried when, like, giving advice to young women and men and stuff. I'm like, look, I'm telling you what I went through. Your situation might be different. I'm just putting you up on game so you can know variables. Keeping it honest with them. Like, look, I'm not going to push my type of lifestyle, my beliefs upon you. I'm using my beliefs as a means of trying to teach myself and hopefully you how to look out for things that I had to learn to look out for through going through them. But no, 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 not a lot of sisters, you know. And it hurt my heart that my own flesh and blood thinks very, like, her whole perception upon black men and men in general just shows one of materialism. You know, why are you driving that car? Why when you gonna get you something new? When you gonna do this? Women ain't gonna look at you a certain way unless you have all these things. And I'm like, duh, I want these things for myself. Because if a woman looking at me a certain way just because she think I can offer her something, but that she's not offering herself, there's a goddamn problem. Now, even a woman who can offer all these things to herself and she is very successful doesn't make her a good mate in the first place. Okay? And also, at the same time, she still I still understand just where she coming from. She worked hard, she accomplished this. She's looking for somebody who's done about the same, if not better. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. My thing is, when you are in a situation where you feel like you are actually moving towards something, you actually accomplish something, and then you give advice to people and you make them feel like, since they haven't done the things you have done and the succession you've done it and the pattern that you've done it, you tend to get bad advice. But I've noticed that there's a lot of piss and vinegar when it comes to black men and black women and how black women talk to black men. But they be the first ones to say, well, I'm divesting because the way black men are treated, I didn't have a good relationship with my father, so I seek solace in the hands of a white man or some shit like that. Yes, there's plenty of them are like that. My thing is, all the frustrations, all the irritations that I've had dating women in general doesn't have a specific race or gender to them. when it comes to what I've went through, because I had to grow myself. I had to realize things aren't right with myself. The way I choose, who I choose, why I choose. That was a problem. Okay? So when you sit here and listen to a sister try to tell you that you are the problem, just you be like, you know what? You are out of your motherfucking mind. Okay? I come to you for advice about things and how I should move about it. Not to be told that everything I've done is wrong and it's just me. And it's always your family. They think they know you because they see what that boy you grew up with that became a man. They see how you treat them and they automatically think you treat people that you are in love with the same way. Or because they project in their hardships upon you, the shit they went through, the stuff that they unaccountable for, or the stuff that they just expect from men. And when they expect a certain behavior from men, you have to look at them and realize if you're expecting that from men, that goes to show the type of men you choose. And then I look at myself, like I just said moments ago, I had to look at the type of women I choose. Okay? And my choosing was from a place of, wow, I am lonely. Well, nobody's dating me. Nobody even cares. And wow, she gave attention to me. Oh, she liked me. She did this for me. Oh, she sucked my dick. Oh, okay, she's my girl. That's how I used to choose. Okay? And had to start realizing, you know what? It's not changing. I just had to realize, look, I have to be pursued. Like, I have to do some pursuing, okay? I've sat here and wait for everybody to pursue me. And this is what finds me. And because I felt like I was emotionally lazy in a lot of situations, I ended up with the toxicity. Why? Because I wasn't making an effort to find somebody that matches me up here, in the head. The body's important. And I've talked about it a few times. Okay? Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Speaking of the body, I was told that I'm shallow by a black woman because I don't want to date a fat black woman, which is some of the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. And you know why it's fucked up? Because that goes to show that black American females are becoming the poster women for obesity. And that doesn't sit well with me, because for a man who would love to date his own women more than any other woman on the planet, more than any other woman on the planet, because in the past I've dated Asian, I've dated Hispanic, one. Like, I can count on my hand how many outside, and I still have fingers to point. Okay? The fact is, for a guy who predominantly prefers to date black women, but he sees just how obese and lazy a lot of them have become. And it's the rhetoric. It's like, I swear, if a white woman started this whole fucking body positivity and fat shaming, these white feminists started that shit. White female feminists started that shit. And then now look at the lackey in the background. Now they're using them talking points to excuse themselves. That's fat. No, it's not fat shaming. Okay? It's a shame you're that goddamn fat. Because the mortality rate ain't good with that. And then, of course, well, you have to understand, no, I don't have to understand nothing, okay? I grew up eating the same goddamn food you ate, sister. I had family from the South. Don't even start that shit with me. People like, oh, well, once people don't realize it and stuff. I'm like, when you get in front of that mirror, or you realize that your pants ain't fitting you as good as they fit you no more, you realize this stuff. You just tell yourself, I don't give a fuck. Somebody still wants to fuck me. So what? That's what you tell yourself. And this is what ends up happening. that you end up having to get procedures done. You want to go the hard way. You want to go the easy way, and then you're not ready to, mature mentally. So if you could go get your stomach sucked out, you can go get that fat added to your ass, and you're gonna end up back where you started from if you ain't ready to make life changes. But go ahead, keep telling me that because I don't make the money that you think I should be making to get the type of woman I want to get, or offer some. Why? You know what? That's the thing right now. At least I have awareness of self, that I am working. I'm staying the fuck out of trouble. And you know what? That goes to show you, black man, how they think about. Even when you working, you keep your head above water and you a working class man, they still don't think you shit. And they got some old Disneyland narrative about other races of men who take care of their women. Whereas, why have all those Filipino nurses at the hospital? Okay? Who you think's contributing to the household heavily? They are. Okay? I've been propositioned, but you know what? I just feel like, I would want to work for self as long as I got two hands, two fucking feet, and I have the strength. I want to work and do things for myself, because I don't want somebody to feel that they have to go out of their way to take care of me just because. No, that's not what love is all about. But leave it up to a lot of the advice I get, that seems to be the factor. And then you're bitter and you upset that you have to take care of a bunch of children that you had with some nigga off the corner by yourself. You're doing great in life. Your decision making was pretty fucked up because you chose who you chose to have a child with. But don't get mad at a man who doesn't want to take care of another man's kids for the simple fact that it's all about how you created those children. Okay, now I can understand if you was a divorcee, all right? He was a divorcee. You want to have a blended family or something of that nature. Yeah, I get it. But when you just went out there and you let some dude cream pie you because he was the type of, you were attracted to him, I'm saying to myself, I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? No, I don't feel sorry for you. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to understand your plight. And don't bring your ass on fucking dating profiles and be like, well, my kids come first. I'm like, next. And it ain't out of selfish reasons that I'm saying next. It's the fact that just automatically just reeks of bitterness right there. Okay? I mean, hell, I got duped into something recently. I engaged conversation with somebody who didn't even mention the fact that she had 4 fucking children on the profile. So you have to watch out for all the deception and lies. Because people will say they don't, or do you know what's the most telling? When it's just blank. It doesn't say anything about does not all have. It's just blank. And you like, she might have kids. Yes. Okay? And I know they have to look out for the same thing with men as well. They do. But the thing is, a lot of them like competing. And I can say a lot of them like competing with other baby mothers. I don't get that. But in the meantime, they don't want to compete. They don't want to compete with other races of women when it comes to black men. Like make it make sense to me. Like really make it make sense. You want us to take y'all by default. Meanwhile, we have to be 6 foot tall, have rock hard abs, have a dick that stays hard all through the night while having houses paid off and stuff like that. I'm like, look, I'm sorry I don't have what you feel is, that you feel is essential to getting in them drawers. And this is why a lot of these women end up failing, because just what I just said, drawers, okay? pussy and dick is acquirable very easily. You can get it anywhere. You can get it for $40 fucking. Look at what's going on the internet. The price of prostitution has dropped. It's sure enough. 20 will get you blown. 40 will get you the full way around. And think about this, y'all. Think about this. She's feeling that she has what what she has between her legs is worth more than gold. Where if that's all you really wanted from her, why would you need her for anything else? I mean, like, if that's all you really wanted. But a lot of women start to make things comfortable for a lot of these dudes who are opportunists, and vice versa. You know? She feel like she can bless you with a little bit of Becky. She can twerk that big old ass on you, on your dick. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? You end up doing things for her. She end up trapping you with a child. Well, you pretty much, you fucked up, dude. You fucked up. You know what condoms are. You know? That's the difference between guys, what we have to deal with. We know what condoms are, and we should be using them. Whereas a female, she's like, look, I slip up, the system got me. That's how a lot of them are. But those days might be coming to an end. And if you prefer a woman with that mindset, shame on you. You might wonder, you should be like, you know what? I should do better. You should be trying to do better. So I know I went off on this tangent about this whole thing, but you know why it has to do with getting advice and why I don't want to get advice from women? Because like I said, a lot of sisters have all of these options and all these loopholes that they can get by on. And they got the nerve, they got the unmitigated gall to tell us that, or try to insist or insinuate that we ain't shit until we are driving a BMW, or we driving this, or we doing that. But meanwhile, you work every day. Every day you can work. You looking to do better, and you're striving to do better, and they just want you to be that finished product. They don't want to build with you. And you wonder why we don't have a lot of marriages in the black community. But meanwhile, we have a lot of sisters on YouTube bootlicking white men thinking that Mr. Clean is going to take care of them. You know, you got this whole Disney World narrative, and you really think that's going to get you by in life, and you wonder why a lot of brothers don't want to marry you. Because they see you are nothing but materialistic, hypergamous, and they don't want that. What about us? Whatever happened to a brother's happiness? Why isn't a black man's happiness or a man's happiness in a marriage relationship important? That's another thing that this quote-unquote advice giver actually let me see, that she was just as I thought. After, you gotta take the blinders off with your family and loved ones. Sometimes you gotta take the blinders off. And when you start to see your family sometimes as just a person and not just like your loved one, and you see the way they move in life, you be like, you know what? I'm so fucking disappointed. I love you, but I can't listen to this shit no more. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and let you make me feel like I'm less of anything. My own mother don't even make me feel like that anymore, that is, to be honest with you. Because you have to grow up and you have to realize this is how you fuck up a lot of your children. This is why now I understand why a lot of black boys don't stand a chance for the most part, unless they have a guy guiding them in their life, a positive man guiding them in their life, teaching them life skills, teaching them manhood. They always somehow look at the type of man that their mother was attracted to, and you see what I'm going with this one? Let's say I found out my daddy was a pookie or something of that nature. My daddy was a pookie. and my mother constantly was going through shit, arguing and fighting with him in front of me, and then she'd take that shit out on me for being a no, for being the offspring of a no shit nigga, right? Imagine that, you know? Kind of familiar to what life was for me, but guess what? My Dukes ain't let me see that. My Dukes didn't put that into my mindset, okay? She didn't. And it could have went that way. So, like I said, my own mother has grown into the fact that she doesn't talk down on me like she used to talk down on me. Well, she don't at all. Now, as a man, as an adult, because people change, people grow. And I don't know when people going to stop and smell the roses and realize, like, damn, that's my own brother I'm talking to. That's my own cousin I'm talking to and stuff. I came and I'm putting my whole issues on. I'm putting my whole perception into his mindset and stuff. Because they don't understand how important that is. As mothers, as siblings, as cousins. If you have a younger black yet male who's coming to you about something, or hell, take that whole thing. Let's say you went through some shit with a black man, sister. Let's say you went through something with a black man and you like, you know what? I don't want you to end up like him. This dude, what he did to me was not cool. The way he treated me was not cool. Don't be like him, okay? Don't be like him. That's how you're supposed to be. And I'm going to explain to you why and how you can be different or something. Don't be like on this man, like, you know what? You see, this is the thing. This is why this, that, and the fourth. And I've been through this. I've been through that. I'm like, oh, okay. So you telling me that I'm bad? I'm bad? This is how you feel about me? As a kid, that's how I was looking at it. Then when I got older, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know. You're not even listening to what I'm saying when I'm telling you everything. You're projecting your own hardships on me. This is why I'm not taking that. I will listen to you run your mouth, but then I will counterbalance you, and you might say, see, you're not listening. No, I am listening. You're full of shit because you are projecting yourself upon this situation, upon me. Now, I didn't fuck you up. You played the part in that. But I digress. So as usual, because I'm a Fury, I'm here. And now I'm out. Peace.